I no longer have peace in my home. I'm going through family issues. I'm drained. It has been 4 years since my mother-in-law moved into my house right after I married her daughter. To this day, she is still here. My wife was raised alone by her mother and she was an only child. We met back in the university, dated for 6 years. When she became pregnant with our first son, I knew I had to do the right thing and ask her hand in marriage. However, her mother had a strict condition. She refused to let her only child live with a husband alone. She insisted on moving in with us to monitor the marriage and ensure her daughter was being treated well, even though she was only in her 60s. She made it clear that whoever married her daughter had to take her too. Because I loved my wife so much, I agreed. 3 days after our wedding, she moved in. At first, things were fine, but after our second son was born, her behavior changed completely. Now it feels like I am married to 2 women. If I buy my wife a gift, I am forced to buy the exact same thing for her mother. If I get my wife a new phone or a new clothes, I must do the same thing for my mother-in-law or give her cash to go shopping. I pay her a monthly allowance of 200k, while my own mother in the village received only 50k. The worst part is that my wife sees nothing wrong with this. If I try to complain, she reports our conversation to her mother. Then my mother-in-law will pack her things and take my wife and 2 sons and leave. She claims that if I don't want her there, she is taking everything that belongs to her. I usually end up begging for days and spend a fortune on apology gifts just to get my family to come back. My wife is currently under her mother's thumb. My own relatives aren't allowed to stay for more than 3 days because my wife doesn't want them around. I even have to ask her permission just for my own mother to visit. The last time my mother visited, a year ago, it was a nightmare. My wife and mother-in-law constantly picked fights with her. When I tried to defend my mom, my mother-in-law threatened to live with my kids again. I felt so ashamed that I couldn't protect my own mother. Eventually, my mother left in tears because of my weakness and hasn't returned since. Now I have to visit her in the village, but she is so angry she won't even see me. I have to go through a village elder just to send her supplies. My siblings have all stopped visiting to avoid drama. I'm completely heartbroken. I love my wife, especially now that we have 2 sons, and she used to be such a wonderful person before this, but now I'm exhausted. I have reached a point where I'm actually scared to go home after all. Send us a mail at talktobrendaline@gmail.com. You can also DM me to share your stories with me. Thank you so much, guys. Please follow, like, and comment. Bye.